Hi friends, it's Liz here at Liz the Paper Project. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share one of the latest journals that I finished, and I've shared some pictures on Instagram and my Facebook. So that's probably where you have seen it first. This, I probably don't even have to tell you what class I took. I'm sure you guys can guess. But this was part of my things that I wanted to learn this year. And I took 2 classes like January. But this is the first book that I finished from the second class I took. So I still have another journal to show you guys very soon, but this is the first one that I completed. And as you can tell, this is one of the Amity Bloom books, journals. I love the class, you guys. There is just so much stuff in that class, and this is what I created. So I'm going to give you guys a quick flip through of it, and I'm not sure how quick it will be because I love every page. But I'm also going to try and not tell you too much because, of course, I took the class, so I don't want to, give out too much details. I'll link the information below if you have any questions, but let me take you through it. So the first thing I loved about it is how it just sort of sits there without me having to put a ribbon or anything to close it. This has so much to it. As you can see, there's just layers of absolutely everything, and that is one of the main reasons I wanted to, to kind of see how to create it. So to start off with, there's, as you can see, lots of layering. There's lots of, different elements that came in here, but it turned out to be a journal that holds a lot of my favorite things, including this lace here, which I think I got this from Beth Wallen. I've added a lot of pieces to this journal that I received from swaps and from Happy Mail and from, meeting up with people, etc. So this is definitely full of goodies for me. So here, just a little pocket that I added there. And here, I'm not sure if you can read here, but it says brown paper packages. Now, if you guys are the Sound of Music fans, you know that that's kind of a lyric from the song. And I'll give you a little bit more info about that as I go through, because it was kind of a boo-boo that I made, but I ended up liking how it came out. So here we've got a fabric tab. Most of the things I've done here is I've actually hand stitched many pieces. Like the buttons. I've used a lot of machine stitching as well, which I really enjoyed. So you can see layering here. I've used really nice vintage piano roll paper. I use that sparingly, my friends. And here, can you see it says my favorite things? Okay, so this is what ended up happening. As I was gathering my pieces, I didn't even notice that I had ripped out the sheet of music from The Sound of Music and my favorite things. One of my favorite movies, one of my favorite songs, and I ripped it up before I even noticed. So I was just so sad when I realized it, but at the same time, I think it was meant to be because this holds a lot of my favorite things. So, I guess it was just meant to be. Moving on. This flips open here, and then in this little pocket, and again it's laces and fabrics and all this other stuff, I added a tag that I received in a swap from Marie Blundell, and so I've added that piece there because I thought it went really nicely with this journal. So the next flip out here, you'll see again just so much different layering and stuff like that. So again, with the stitching, the sewing machine stitching, there's a little see-through pocket, and then I've got there's this mini journal on this side of the flap. Again, just machine stitched. I was having fun with my sewing machine this time, my friends. I really had fun using it. Here, it's like a fabric and lace page, and I added 2 of my favorite things. I do have like mini tutorials or how-tos on this on my channel if you haven't seen them before. But this was one of my favorite things that I made a long time ago. The canceled stamp embellishments, and I've since updated it to use other things on it. I'll just link those below if you haven't seen it or you want to check it out. And then this one as well with the different fabric bits and pieces, because now it's like I love that you get to reuse those pieces and make them look beautiful. So there's that there. And then on this side here, I printed on vellum. Again, stitched it with the sewing machine. This is a page from an Edith Holden book that I stitched it to. And these are real dried flowers that I received. And I just sort of scanned them on this vellum, and I just love how it looks. These pieces are from J9 Scraps. And I use this often, I use these often, so that's kind of why I added them here. And then you can just see the different papers I've used. I've got some fabric trims, and you can see just the different types of layering. Again, vintage pieces, vintage book pages. You can see the thread sort of still hanging from some of the pieces. I love that in this journal, actually, so I'm leaving as many as I think I want to. Some of my favorite fabrics, again, I just stitched that to the page. This page here, I made a little pocket with a piece of this, I don't even know what to call it. You guys, let me know what this is called in the comments below, if you don't mind. Anyways, it's like a vintage piece that I cut up and I made it into a little pocket. This I received from Sonia, I believe, and I love that she did this really cute handwritten note to something else that she sent me. So I'm adding that, and this is one of like the little paper clips that she included in the mail she sent me. I've used a lot of fabric washi. I recently found a set of these, and they're like onto cardboard, like a really, I don't know, I like it. I added that there. More vintage laces. Again, hopefully you can see that there. And all these have been sewn onto the pages. Unbleached paper, another favorite of mine. Other music paper there. These are just extra bits of paper that I had from the project. And then here we've got some wallpaper. This is paintable, so I kind of ripped up the wallpaper into pieces where I wanted to add things, and I just love how the leaf came out on this part. And then again, just some additional layering. More of my favorite fabric bits. This here, oh my gosh, I love this. This is from, you know, those old printers that used to have the paper used to roll out to print. Well, I got a few pieces of this from Marjorie. Hi Marjorie, if you're watching, and thank you so much. I love, love, love these. So I use them sparingly, and I coffee stained this one just to give it that, you know, extra little crunch. A fabric flip up. And then you can see just the differences in colors of my pages. Like these have been coffee stained as well. These ones have been sprayed and coffee stained. So again, with more fabric pieces where I can get them. I just love, love, love it. Love it. Here again is another fabric trim. I think I got this from Renee. Thank you, Renee. I have to show you guys some mail that I received from Renee. Epic mail. I recently showed you guys a video on a bunch of book page ephemera pieces that I made, and this was one of them. So just, you know, kind of tucked it in. I loved how it all came out, so I just thought I would keep kind of a sample for myself. Again, you know, the stitched buttons. So you guys, I loved making this journal. You know, vintage fabrics and stuff. I'll definitely be making more, because it was so fun. It's there's just so much you can learn from this class. You know, just a tag here, I made a little pocket at the bottom of this page with that. I love that fabric as well. Again, more layering of fabrics and laces. Here again, I've used the fabric washi. And then on this, in this pocket, I added one of these pieces I made a while back. This is handmade paper that I was adding the wax seal to them, so added that there. And then this page here, I don't know, I love how this came out. I used one of those index cards, and then I just layered things on it, stitched it on, and I just love how it came out. So I made a little pocket. And this is another tag from Marie Blondell. And again, just, you know, all the different texture and the way that things feel. I absolutely love this lace, and I think this was from Beth, or maybe, oh, I'm trying to think. No, it might not have been, but thank you. I'm starting to use up you know, the pieces that I have received that were my favorite, and I had like little bits of it, and now I get to keep them here forever and love them. So we've got more fabric layering and, you know, just vintage fabrics with laces and just, you know, little bits of stuff here and there. This is like a little fabric page with a pocket on this side. And again, like a vintage trim here. This pocket, you can see again all the different layers. And then I just added a tag that I'll probably be using for something. And this vintage playing card. I love playing cards. I love vintage playing cards, especially with beautiful images, you know, on the back. Oh, I love them. So this is some of my favorite little bits of fabric. I don't have a lot of it. Like I had little snippets and I just added a few pieces because I just love the colors. And you can see just all the layering that, you know, kind of this journal holds, which I love. Okay, so a little pocket, fabric pocket here again with a hand stitched button. And then the back here has another pocket with just some additional elements. And the back here again, lots of different layering. Pocket, this is from Janine's shop at J9 Scraps. This little piece again here is from that piano paper roll, which like I said, I hoard more of that beautiful wallpaper. And I just, guys, I'm in love with this. I can't wait to make many more, but they do take me a while. I kind of work one-on-one, so I can't make like, you know, 20 at once. I wish I could, but I can't wait to make more, you guys. I am so happy with how it turned out. My mind is just exploding with ideas, and that's something that I really love, and I can't wait to keep adding to this and just making it even more yummy than it is now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the share. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time.